Should the government trust that those it provides benefits to are using the aid as intended? What if verifying the aid's use involves visiting a recipient's home? In Wyman versus James, we'll explore whether the government violated the Fourth Amendment when it conditioned receiving funding on permitting home visits. To receive welfare benefits under the Aid to Families with Dependent Children program, New York required applicants and recipients to permit caseworkers to visit their residences. Home visits were used to help social services determine the recipient's eligibility for the program, the amount of funds she was eligible for, and her suitability for other social services. When Barbara James was pregnant and living in New York City, she applied for aid under the program. She permitted a caseworker to visit her home, and assistance was authorized before James's son was born. 2 years later, a caseworker wrote James that she would visit James's home the following week. James called the caseworker and offered to supply information that was reasonable and relevant, but refused the home visit. James was informed that this refusal would result in termination of assistance. After providing notice of the possible termination, a hearing was conducted. The hearing officer ruled that termination was proper due to James's continued refusal to allow a home visit. After receiving a notice of termination and without seeking a hearing at the state level, James brought a 1983 civil rights action against George Wyman in his role as the Commissioner of New York's Department of Social Services in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. She primarily alleged that the home visits violated her Fourth Amendment rights against warrantless searches and seizures. The divided three-judge district court ruled for James. Social Services appealed to the United States Supreme Court.